What is going on then, everybody? I hope you're all doing very well. Welcome back to another video here on our channel. I'm a FIFA Analyst. Today we are going to be doing a different sort of video. We're going to be doing a rundown of the freeze promo icon swaps and giving you a bit of a talk about everything, really letting you know my opinions on the way you should go down with icon swaps. If there's any freeze cards that you should go and pick up and give a go in your team. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a big thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel. I am feeling a little bit ill at the minute, so my throat's a little bit off. So if I'm a little bit quieter or anything like that, obviously I can only apologize. So on Friday evening, we did get given our first set of icon swaps. All right, so I'm kind of working my way through. I've got the Premier League, the League One done, and then the warming up, and we've obviously got to go through and get the rest. Now, icon swaps, if you don't know, because I seem to be getting a lot of questions about it, basically you need to go into friendlies, you need to go to the one league section, and you need to win games with a team that has at least 5 first owned Serie A players, and it can only be Serie A players in that starting 11 and on the bench. So you need a full team of Serie A, La Liga, Bundesliga, League One, Premier League, and you need to win those games. So what the majority of the community are doing, which is great, because friendlies don't mean anything, they don't affect your record, is if you go 1-0 down or you go 1-0 up, the other person will just leave. So literally first goal, and then if you scored it, hopefully the other person leaves, and if they score it, you leave and you go into the next one. It makes things a lot quicker for everyone. It's such a good way, and I'm happy that the community as a whole has come together to do this. You do also need to play some squad battles matches to go and get the tokens. So when you complete these tokens, you get players. The players are the tokens. They're like the credits for you to go and redeem your icon swaps. Now, how can you actually get the swaps? You go over to the swap section here, and we have been given many different variations of what you can have and what you can choose. In total, throughout this season, we're going to get 18 swaps. So far, on the swaps, the tokens that have been given, 18 tokens, sorry, we've been given 8. So you can get a maximum of 8 until the end of this season, which has got about 19 days remaining on it. So you're going to have that up until that point. All right, so you can get 8 now, and in the next batch, which will be, I think it's the start of January, you'll be able to get 10. So you can get 18 in total. These tokens, though, are only applicable to Icon Swaps 1, which is what this is. So all of these here, these will not change. This is Icon Swaps 1. So let me give you a rundown then. We're going to start off with obviously the most expensive, which is Thierry Henry, the 90 rated left wing version. So it is his middle version of his icon cards. 4-star, 4-star, 6'2". Do I think you should go all the way to get 17 tokens to get this card? I don't think you should, unless you are a massive Thierry Henry fan or an Arsenal fan or something like that. I just don't think this guy, he looks great on paper, but then when you put him into the game, because he's 6'2", he feels a little bit clunky in game. So I've never really liked his card. His finesse shot's unbelievable. If you can get a finesse shot on him, he'll bang it in the back of the net. But I don't think you should go all the way to do it. You can get a base icon player pick for 17 tokens. You can get an 89 plus mid icon for 16 tokens. So just remember, you won't be getting these tokens until at least the first week of January. So you're still quite a while away from this. Mid or prime icon pack for 15 icon swaps. You can get Rijkaard for 14. I hate Rijkaard with passion. I did his SBC on FIFA 18, right? And I literally, I was so excited to do it, did it, and then I despised the card. Ronald Koeman for 13. He's actually a very decent CDM. Very good with a ball at his feet. I don't think that's a terrible one, but still, it is a lot of time to go ahead and get that. A mid-icon pack for 12. Davor Suka for 11. And you can get a base or mid-icon pack for 10. Hadji for 9. A base icon pack for 8. Vidic for 7, which means you can get now. And then you have these packs here. So, as of, now of recording this video, the furthest you can go is to this base icon pack. You can't go any higher because there's only 8 tokens to do. How do I think you should do these to utilize your 18 tokens to the best of your advantage? For me personally, if there isn't any of the icons here that you like the look of and you go, I really, really want him in my team, I want to get him in, I love that card, I would go base icon pack, 83 times 25, 83 times 5, and 2 ultimate packs. That's the full 18. Why? Because I think if you go ahead and let's say you go and get Frank Rijkaard for 14 tokens, or you get Thierry Henry, you're never going to use that card in an SBC, or you're probably not going to. You know, when you get like, you might want to go and do an icon SBC, and it says use an icon, you got to submit an icon in this. you're not going to want to use these. So if you do the base icon pack, if you get someone unbelievable, great, you can use them for a month, 2 months, and then you can go and use that card in an SBC down the line for an icon SBC for the prime icons. And that then works quite well because, you know, you're not submitting, like, if you go ahead and do the 17 swaps for Thierry Henry, that's a 90 rated icon. I know you can get base icon packs, you know, you can get like a 90 R9, for example. However, you're probably not going to get that. You probably, if you've got like a Baby Blanc 85 rated, a brilliant card, a card you could use for the next month or two, and then you won't feel too bad about submitting him to an SBC later on down the line. And I think these packs here are actually a really, really good value in terms of, you know, you get 25 cards that are 83 rated and above. I've seen some fantastic packs from these. Yes, they are luck of the draw. You could save them for Team of the Year if you wanted to. I just think, though, because there's no one in here to me that's like a must-do, I think that's your best value. You know, you're giving yourself multiple chances to even get some very, very good cards. So that's how I'd go down that route if you guys wanted to. Now, we have done the SBCs of the Marquinhos and the Ansaldi, and we'll look at them in just a second. I do recommend doing the Marquinhos. The strong link into Neymar, obviously, is very useful. They did also release a Bruno Fernandes Player of the Month. The community as a whole seemed to go in a bit of a meltdown about this card. Oh, he's so expensive. And he is expensive. Of course he is. But he's a 91 rated Bruno Fernandes. I don't recommend any of the, you know, the casual players, the average Joe, to go and do this card because he's probably, it's a fan voted Team of the Year. He probably will make Team of the Year. He's had a fantastic year for Manchester United. Yes, he scored, you know, very good penalties. That's why he's got 99 pens on this card. But that's what I'd probably do. I'd wait around for the Team of the Year card. I'm going to do this Player of the Month card if I can. I think overall, looking at that, he's a fantastic box-to-box centre mid. He's a brilliant centre attacking mid, and he's just a card that looks phenomenal. There's not really a weakness in that card. Finishing at 84, composure 92, 98 shot power, so goalkeepers are not going to be saving those shots, 99 stamina, 71 strength, and 78 jumping. High, 4-star, 4-star, absolutely phenomenal. Yes, he is very expensive, as I said, and we'll look at that in further detail in just a second. But overall, I think that's a fantastic, fantastic card. Now, we have also been given our foot freeze team, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at that. This is the Bundesliga side that I've been using to go ahead and get the icon swaps done. So let's go and have a look at the freeze for us. So let's start off with Golovin, if I've said that right. And this is a right back in League One, plays for Monaco. He's very, very cheap right now. He's 4-star, 4-star, I think, for a right back in League One. I think this is actually a really good card. It's so cheap as well. If you got a Renato Sanchez, you may have done the Atal, but you know, if you're over in that League One side on any point of this card is a brilliant card to go and do. Yes, he's hard to link, obviously, with the nation and I suppose the league in a sense, but I really, really like it. At first, I came to this promo, I'm going to be honest with you, and I wasn't particularly impressed. I was a little bit disappointed by what EA gave us. I was a little bit like, most of these cards don't even look that great. And what they've tried to do is they've tried to bring cards into the game that may have not been used before. And, you know, they're trying to give you a different element, a different way of using them. They've changed the work rates on them as well. So let's say, for example, this Mane. Striker Mane, you guys know my opinion on Mane. I think he's a brilliant card this year. 4-star, 4-star. He's high-low now. So that just means that he's going to stick up front. He's got 95 finishing, 87 composure, 90 stamina. The guy is unbelievable. The only downside I can find in this card is that he hasn't got 5-star skill moves and 5-star weak foot. But that's being really, really picky. Other than that, a brilliant card. Now, he is very expensive. Which obviously, you know, you can kind of understand for the card that he is. Would I go and get him? Do I think he's better than CR7 Mbappe? Probably not, but I still think it's a very, very good card. If you've got the coins lingering around for him or you want to wait for him to come down a bit, go ahead and do. Now, this Casemiro, I've been getting a lot of questions about, is he better than Varane? Is he better than Varane? Is he better than Varane? I would say he's better than Varane if he gets cheaper. I think at the minute, I think when he first came out, people were selling him for about 300k, right? And he's now sat at about 500k last time I checked. So you can just see that one there, yeah. So 690k. I don't think he's as expensive on that front. Let me just go by minimum price, and then that should help us a little bit. So yeah, he's still sat at 500k roughly at the minute on Xbox. That is 550k. I think if this guy drops down to 350k, 400k, yeah, give him a go. I think he'd be a great centre back. Agility and balance, that's not the be all and end all. You probably want to chuck a shadow on him just to increase that pace. I think if you run someone next to him who is unbelievably rapid, you could have a lot of success with this. 92 strength, 91 stamina, 92 stand tackle, 91 slide tackle, defensive awareness of 88. Obviously good on the ball, given that he's a CDM, as his normal position. I think it's a really good card, and fair play to EA for giving us something a little bit different there. Now, there is a Bernardo Silva as well. 4-star, 4-star. I'm actually really happy that they've given us a card like this. At first, I was a little bit like, meh, not really that bothered. The Premier League lacks in an out-and-out cam, right? You have Kevin De Bruyne, you have Bruno Fernandes, but I don't feel like there's a huge variety in Bernardo Silva, in the cams in the Prem, sorry, which is why they've kind of made, if you look at that on face value, he's got 4 extra pace, he's got 8 better shooting, he's got 6 better passing, he's got 1 less dribbling, which is an interesting one actually, and then he's got better physicals as well. So moving over to the centre mid role, centre attacking mid role, I think it's a really good card. I don't think he's worth that value. I probably wouldn't go out and spend that money on him. I'd go and get the normal Bruno Fernandes for like 100k, but if this card drops down 200k, 250k, probably going to be months down the line, and give him a go. I was a little bit confused by this Verratti card. If I'm not going to lie to you. I was a little bit like looking at it, like why. What kind of confused me was, why move him to a left mid? I know they've moved pretty much everyone in these positions, but I just feel like now it makes it a little bit harder for him to link in. But other than that, he is a really good card. 4-star, 4-star, high medium, 5'5", strength 58, a good ball playing centre mid. Loves to get forward, loves to get involved. 85 finishing, 95 composure. A card which I wouldn't really like go and out my way to go and get, but if you want to link him up with a Marquinhos, have them both running. Marquinhos has that stay back while attacking CDM, and then obviously Verratti is that box to box. That could work quite well. I have used the Marquinhos. He's been coming off the bench for me so far in weekend league. 3-star, 3-star, medium high, 6 foot. I think with the shadow on this card, you see a lot better. 82 stamina. Just overall, a very solid, well-rounded card. I'd recommend doing him. I think he's got like a day or 2 left. I'd recommend doing him just because of the strong link to Neymar, the link to Mbappe as well. It just makes it so much easier. Now, Nani is a card that came out, and he's unbelievably cheap at the minute, this Nani that they've released. He's like, I think last time I saw, he was about 30, 40k. I think he might have risen a little bit. Yeah, it's come up a little bit now. But as a super sub, you took a hunter on this card. I think you can have a lot of success and a lot of joy with it. I don't think, again, for most people, this is a must buy. But for a cheap super sub, you got the coins lying around. You want to try someone different. 5-star, 5-star. I used his, I can't remember if it was his team of the season. I think it was his team of the season we used last year, or summer heat card that he had. I can't remember, but we used that on the road to glory back then, and we had a lot of joy and a lot of success for that. So one that I'll be interested to have a go. Now, obviously, I can't say his name. We've got Terraria. He gets a link into Jimenez, the Atletico Madrid centre back, and he also gets a link into Valverde. So you've got a strong trio there. This card looks very good, but obviously the downside to it is it's 5'6". As a left back, you could argue he could get bullied a little bit. If he comes up against an Mbappe or Rashford and so on, you might see him be exploited. But if you want that strong trio, a card that you guys could look at. Now, we have got Balassi as our objective player, a very easy objective player to go and do. Overall, just looks like a fun card to have. I'd recommend doing him because he's easy to do. You can use him then in, your icon swaps. You can use him in any other objectives and so on. Go ahead and get him done. Maybe just increase that pace a little bit more. Overall, very fun card. Now, this is a card I was so happy to see EA bring out. The Bundesliga has Lua, Haaland, and then that's kind of it for the striker options, the out-and-out striker options. So giving us this Torgan Hazard, 86 finishing, 81 composure, may miss a couple one-on-ones, but other than that, I think to have that option in the Bundesliga, he's not actually too expensive as well last time I checked. I think he's about 250k. Let's just go and have a quick look at him. And 220k here on Xbox at the minute, which is really good. I think this is a card that if you are running a full Bundesliga squad and you need a striker, he suits Haaland. He's better than Haaland. He's better than Lua, in terms of the meta play style on FIFA. That is a card that you guys could pick up. Now, we have also been given a Martinez right wing card. This card has been fluctuating a lot up and down on the market. I really like Martinez's card. I think they're fantastic. He's 4-star, 4-star. This card has been given a massive pace boost. He's an absolute force up front with obviously the physical stats that he's got of 81 strength, 87 finishing, 91 composure, brilliant pace, good agility, good balance. You can't really ask for too much more here. over in Serie A, a guy that if you've got the coins, you have to get him in. I will be giving this guy a go at some point in my next few weeks because he looks good. And going on with that, there is a Rodriguez card, and along with that Anssi that they've released as well. This card's dirt cheap as a centre defensive mid. I think he looks pretty solid, to be honest with you. A card that if you're running a Serie A team and you want to just try like someone different, or even this guy is a super sub just to come on, keep obviously the midfield nice and bolstered. That is a really, really good, well-rounded card. And then there is the Sané, which is the troll one to Mane when you open a pack and you think you've got Mane, because obviously you see the walkout, you see the nation, and then you see CDM. I'm not really, this card's just one of them, to be honest with you. He's a CDM, he's a centre back by trade. Just one of them, yeah. Just one of them that you could use if you wanted to. Will obviously definitely be noticed, be very hard to get past in that centre defensive mid role. And then the only other card that we've been given so far at the time of recording this, we will get another one tonight, obviously, because there is a predictions, is this Anssi, which we have gone and done. He looks, in my opinion, a very, very solid card. Why do I like him so much? I like him because he's high. He's a good option, obviously, as a right back in the Serie A, which does lack a little bit. But also, he sat at about 90k to do. When you look at this card in comparison to like Mendy, that Mendy was 100k for how long? He's much better than Mendy as a fullback. The only downside is that he's not the greatest nation, maybe, and he's not in the greatest league. But it's a fantastic, fantastic right back. Someone that you guys could have a lot of success with seeing over the next, month, 2 months at least, and getting a lot of use out of him. I'm personally, personally one that I do particularly like. So that is kind of where we're at with all of the icon swaps, the foot freeze team, and then the player with Bruno Fernandes. We are going to be given as well a road to the final team 3, apparently, according to a website from EA, on an EA website. We're meant to be getting a road to final team 3, which will be really interesting to see what we get. I don't know how Chelsea players haven't made it into any of those. Well, they've got the Ben Mason Mount, but they never got any SPCs or anything. So I'd imagine that you'd see a few of them in there, but time shall tell. If you enjoyed this video, something a little bit different, if you'd like to see, my sort of review on the content and whatnot, I'm happy to do it. You guys just got to let me know what you enjoy and what you like to see here on the channel. Thank you all very much for watching. I'm gonna go and give my voice a rest. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye bye.